The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has asked the youth to channel their energy, knowledge, and, of course, creativity to actions that will project their leadership skills. Governor Sanwo-Olu was speaking at the first Lagos Leadership Summit held in Lekki.
It's a roll call of dignitaries at the inaugural Lagos Leadership Summit in Lekki, including the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his deputy, Kadri Hamzat, former Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, Minister of Communications, Innovations and Digital Economy, Olatubosun Tijani, amongst others. They are here to ignite new passion and zeal towards charting a new course of action for the country's future. The event, organized by Lateef Jakonde Leadership Academy, presents an opportunity for inclusive interaction between old and new generations in the public and private sector.
This summit represents not just a convergence of brilliant minds, but a celebration of the transformative power of effective leadership. The theme for this summit is Leadership and Nigeria's Future, which resonates deeply with the challenges and opportunities we face as a nation. As we look ahead to Nigeria's future, we must recognize that our destiny not only lies in the hands of those who lead us, but the citizens. Therefore, investing in our dynamic youth population, like you are all here today, is crucial, as it nurtures the future leaders equipped with innovative solutions, shaping the trajectory of Nigeria's future. Our world is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and the challenges we face require leaders who are not only capable, but compassionate. We need leaders who inspire confidence in our young people, foster unity, and drive transformation. And that role can begin with whatever position you are in right now.
Those holding leadership roles take turns to engage the youth. First in line is the Minister for Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, who urges the participants to go with the trend of technological advancement currently shaping the world.
Most of the time when we talk about technology in society, people make the assumption that this is something that is alien, that is modern, that is not compulsory. But the truth is, historically, you actually don't see any nation in the world that gets to develop without investing in technology. Absolutely no nation. But the thinking here is to point to the fact that for you to be a leader, whether you're in the private sector or you're in the public sector, the way you lead is going to be influenced by the current industrial revolution for when you're leading. For the leaders who were leading through first industrial revolution, you can imagine if you're in the public sector, you're thinking, how do we ensure that we can make railway possible and we can invest in railway? Because that was the innovation then. If you're in the private sector, you're thinking, how do we take advantage of this phenomenon? If you're a leader today, and you can ask our governor and deputy governor, you're thinking, how do we automate everything? What do we do with the data sets that we're collecting? Many people don't think data privacy as well. Nearly everyone in the room today is carrying a device, a mobile phone that is probably connected to the internet, that is collecting data on you, what you do, where you are at every point in time. And there are people who are collecting this data. And these people who are collecting this data can do a better job at mapping what is happening within any territory. So as a leader, if you don't understand the implication of the data set that people are collecting on your territory, you're actually not the one in control. There are other people who are more powerful than you, but you may not know that. This is why technology is also quite important for leadership. And at the same time, if you don't invest in the infrastructure to allow people to be able to benefit from it, you close up economic opportunities for your people as well. So it's important as leaders, whether we're aiming to be leaders in the private sector or in the public sector, that we're actually aware of this phenomenon.
The State Deputy Governor, Kadri Hamzat, shared perspectives on leadership and community engagement, strengthening the social fabric of Nigeria, during a session moderated by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Legal Matters and Public-Private Partnership.
Community engagement for me is, how do we make sure that as Africans, we pull everybody together? So, the challenge is, if in primary school, it is free. In secondary school, it is free. Since when our president now was the governor of Lagos State started paying for WAEC. So that the essence is to empower our children. So that it's not that, oh, I couldn't pay. That's why. So the question is, why are people still not going to school? So we must look at relationship between the community and parents. And can I intervene as a community person to say, oh, I see these kids, they are not going to school. What is the problem? And so the essence for me in terms of leadership as it relates to that issue is how can I be part of that ecosystem that move that conversation forward to say, why should there be children in our community that is not going to school? What are the challenges? Because there are various institutions. Lagos State has a program that we call Leave No Child Behind and Zero Something. We realized that during COVID, when children were coming back, the number sort of went down. And we were looking for why. What happened? Why are these kids not going back? And, we must give credit to private sector. Everybody contributed. They realized maybe it's because of financial. Everybody came together and were able to bring majority of them back, except those that have left the city or left the state. So the government is working to make sure that we don't have this. But the fundamental problem has to do with the home. Where are the children coming from? How are we managing our kids at home? And how is the community relating to that?
Mr. Babatunde Fashola lends his voice on ethical leadership and its impact on nation building. He advises the youth to go through the rudimentary process of leadership before being entrusted with responsibilities.
Global best practice is something akin to the fruit of the newspaper test that one of the panelists here discussed. Underpinning that is the question, self-introspection, is what I am doing ethical? Does it comply with the law? Can I stand up to this? Can I defend this? Will society accept this? And so, but in the age of globalization, the need to also expand the scope of what ethical leadership will demand of us resonates around issues like inclusion. And those who have not had a voice in our society before are beginning to find voices. And therefore, how are we responding to the vocalization of their quest to be recognized? And those are the things that will challenge leaders on an ethical basis. And I think that this institute is something that speaks to that ethical response. A young generation that is looking for mentorship and a government that responds to it by providing this kind of platform.
Let's welcome Mr. Governor Babajide Olusola.
Governor Sanwo-Olu says the summit was initiated with the objective to create an engaging platform for young people to channel their energy and knowledge to actions that will project their leadership skills.
You are here to think out of the box. You are here to be able to innovate for us. You are here as leaders, not of tomorrow, but today, to help us bring about solutions that government can use as a tool to solve the challenges that we're facing today, but more importantly, to be able to solve global issues, to be able to solve global problems. And that's why we had birthed the Lateef Jakonde Leadership Academy. I feel truly honored that it's in our time that a great Lagosian, an outstanding Nigeria, a man that indeed is still very difficult for us to fill his shoes, the late Alhaji Lateef Jakonde, aka Baba Kekere, who I'm sure when he was governor of Lagos State, the first civilian governor of Lagos State, and for us as a government, we felt how well can we honor a man than for us in public sector to set up the cream of new leaders that we also will donate and will outlive us. So we set up this school as an academy that has the first set that will be ending the first fellowship, which has been a one-year fellowship, 30 of them, who indeed have not only shown us that we took the right step, but they've been outstanding individuals. They're self-starters. They've been self-motivated. And indeed, I've been truly excited that we took the call. And the 30 of them has indeed challenged us and said that, you know what? We're not just the best. There are several others that are still going to come behind us that are also going to do great things. And for us, is to just be able to reflect our modest donation to the leadership discourse of our country. This country is beckoning on you. This country is asking of you to innovate, think out of the box, take over your world. Our own demonstration is just in these little young Nigerians that were brought forward. But I know in them, there are several of you that are sitting here. There are several of you that are home listening to me. There are several of you that are out there struggling. And my experience says that you shouldn't give up.
Lateef Jakonde Leadership Academy kicked off with 30 fellows last year, August, with the aim to build skills, awareness amongst young people, offer first-hand experience into the process of governance at a state government level. The Lateef Jakonde Leadership Academy portal has now been opened for the next set of interest participants to apply for the one-year program. The event was rounded up with an award presentation to the founder of the Chess in Slums, Tunde Onakoya, who goes home with a sum of 5 million naira, and the founder of Women in Leadership Advancement Network, Abosede George Ogan, also receives 5 million naira support from the Lagos State government.